Kaleidoscope is the new Netflix experimental show headed up by Giancarlo Esposito and Rufus Sewell about a heist 25 years in the making, told in 8 different episodes where you can watch in whatever order you like. At least that's what they say. In the clip, I decided to use an explainer Netflix put out about the concept rather than a clip of the show itself, because truth be told, the concept is what they're trying to sell you on and more interesting than giving you just a clip of the show itself. Also, it's kind of funny to me to hear one of the actors call it a gimmick, which it very much is, then do their professional duty and add a caveat to say that it's totally real, really well written, which unfortunately it's not. I've watched the first 4 episodes, and in all honesty, I'm probably not going to go back. This is, and you'll hear me complain about this a lot on the podcast, it's a standard Netflix project. It's big, it's loud, it's not the least bit subtle, and it's expensive, and it's star-led as well. There's also shades of Reservoir Dogs here, right down to each episode being color-coded as the characters in that where. One episode in particular is almost a carbon copy of the movie, but where it mainly differs from Reservoir Dogs is that Reservoir Dogs is good. The problem is that to give the concept a chance, I had to disconnect from the show itself. So again, the concept is you can watch the 8 episodes in any order you like. You choose the order. So like the creator said, he's going to watch it in a different order to his wife, to his mom, to everyone else around him, and they're going to have a different experience, which again, sounds like an interesting plot. When you actually put that into practice, though, I had constant anxiety about if I was doing it the right way or not, or if I'd missed something and the content wasn't really gripping enough to pull me out of that anxiety. There was a lot of like focus group approved banter that I've only ever seen really work in Marvel movies. And it's getting really tiresome at this stage to see what it can feel like as every show and movie try it now. With that whole like just calling out and trying to be meta and trying to kind of have banter with the characters that have clearly no chemistry, but the movie's trying to force it. They also had stuff like to illustrate how copy and paste the show is. There's a sympathy for the devil montage, and you're just like, yeah, like every cheesy action movie has this these days. It's just part of it. There's like literally a bargain going on Cameo if you want to use sympathy for the devil in your movie. There you go. You go ahead despite these concerns because they've got Giancarlo Esposito though. So you're like, right, okay, this is Gus Fring, this is Moff Gideon, this is Stan Edgar. This is a man who in any project he does these days does not miss. And somehow this show reduces them to a generic action trope. My favorite movie is Pulp Fiction. It's a movie where a character will die and in the next chapter you'll have them just chilling in the background. So I'm fine with stories that play with time and don't go chronologically. The issue is that the show is looking to fix a problem that I don't think actually exists. I don't think any of us have ever watched a show and thought, you know what, there's actually too much structure here. This story is actually told in a way that makes so much sense that I actually don't like it. What the creators don't seem to understand is that even in the likes of Pulp Fiction, there is structure. Pulp Fiction, for example, starts with one of the most exciting table-setting scenes in cinema history. Then it gets into the exciting incident that's going to change our characters forever. Then it jumps for a funny, exciting detour where we go off with Bruce Willis and his wife, and then it gets back into the consequences of the initial scene because that's where you get the character's emotional punch, and it's most fitting for the movie to end, whether it happens in chronological order or not. That's what made it interesting, because you can still have structure without relying on time, and that's why it worked. The chronology doesn't necessarily matter, but there's still a beginning, there's still a middle, and there's still an end. And for me, the best part of any of these type of heist mysteries is where it all kind of comes together at the end, where the little bits kind of click into place from everything. But what if you don't know which part is supposed to be an ending? And this is where I was caught. I was looking at it going, is this the wrong episode to watch? Like, what if like everything is kind of revealed at the end? And even the way that they have it, like there's no option for you to watch it just 1 to 8 in order and get it the way it's supposed to be chronologically. You just have to kind of go in. Like even if you watch it 1 to 8 in Netflix's order, it's still totally out of sync. Kaleidoscope just doesn't have an answer for that, what is supposed to be the ending question. And its only thought seems to be, we have mysteries revealed in every episode. It isn't that special. Well, no, it's not if the episodes are pretty boring. And even if they somehow made the man who played Gus Fring boring, avoid this. I certainly will be for the last 4 episodes.